Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, March 28th. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. There really are no words this morning as all our minds are on those families that were impacted yesterday in another senseless school shooting, this one happening in Nashville. Our thoughts and our prayers are with those families, the students, teachers, and staff of Covenant School in Nashville, where 3 students and 3 staff members were shot and killed yesterday by a 28-year-old woman, now identified as Audrey Hale. Main Street Nashville's reporter Vivian Jones was there throughout the day yesterday. Vivian has more for us this morning.
Police have identified the 6 victims, 3 children and 3 staff members from the school. The 3 children were all 9 years old, and their names have been released, as well as the 3 staff members. One was a custodian of the school, one was the head of school, and one was a substitute teacher. So a horrific, scary loss of life, a total tragedy. And so the police have also identified the shooter, and their investigation as to the motive of the shooter is still ongoing. They did visit the shooter's home and recovered what they're calling a manifesto, explaining the attack and detailed maps of the school and how the attack would go down. The shooter was armed with 2 AR-style weapons, an AR-style rifle, an AR-style pistol, as well as a handgun. And it's important to note that police have said that 2 of those weapons at least were obtained legally and here in Nashville. All the doors for the building, police have said, were locked at the time. They believe that she shot through the lock of one of the doors to gain access. It was a side door into the building on the 1st floor. It's also important to note that the shooter identifies as transgender, so a biological female who identifies as a male and uses he/him pronouns on Facebook.
We thank Vivian for that information. You can track the very latest from her by going to mainstreetnashville.com. Let's get to that check of the weather and what's coming our way by checking in with Tennessee Valley Weather.
I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with the check at your Tuesday forecast. We could have a few showers this morning, making way for a partly cloudy and drier afternoon here in southern middle Tennessee. A mixture of sun and clouds is what you can expect with a breezy north wind of 10 to 15 miles an hour. We stay dry for tonight here in southern middle Tennessee and heading into the overnight as well. Waking up Wednesday morning, we are still in the clear, and that continues into Wednesday afternoon and evening, and even into your Thursday as well. Here is your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Aside from a stray shower this morning, we are looking at plenty of sunshine to carry us through the rest of today, as well as Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures in the lower 60s for the next few days, getting up to the lower 70s by Friday, with a chance for some thunderstorms overnight Friday into Saturday. A few of those could be strong to severe, so be sure to stay weather aware heading towards the end of this week.
Thank you for that weather report. Coming up here on Mornings on Main Street, we get to learn a little more this morning about singer-songwriter Clare Cunningham, who comes to the U.S. from Ireland, and she brings her love and passion and beautiful voice right here to the States.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Main Street Sports Today strives to bring you the most timely and comprehensive coverage of sports news and more from Middle Tennessee and beyond.
We cover the teams you care about from preps to pros and bring some of the most influential voices in sports to keep you in the know.
Tune into Main Street Sports Today each Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Download the Main Street Media TV app.
We're at the Omni Hotel, John Dwyer along with Devon O'Day on this St. Patrick's Month celebration. And if you like authenticity, and we do here in Music City, I didn't realize how much English or Irish history that we have here, and it just keeps on going on and on. This is this is like a history lesson for me.
Well, I mean, you've got the horse culture. Mm-hmm. You've got all the amazing walking horses and working with all the race horses that came out of Belmead, that area. Irish and horse racing goes together very well, but then the music, country music and bluegrass music, Appalachian music, all had its roots in Ireland. Everybody else wants to claim it, but I'm telling you, the roots, Ireland. And for that, who's going to be on the stage during the Music City Irish Fest on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry? Clare Cunningham.
Debut.
Yes, making her Opry debut.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Clare Cunningham.
Congratulations.
It's an honor.
My goodness.
Does
that sound, is that surreal to you?
I know, people keep asking, how do you feel? And I'm like, I feel like I'm in a dream right now, actually. It seems so surreal to even say it, but I'm getting used to it because, just letting it sink in. And very, very, very honored and excited, yeah.
Now, where do you hail from in Ireland?
Yeah, so I come from a very tiny, small rural village called Cullen in County Louth, and that's north of Dublin, south of Belfast. So it's still in Southern Ireland, but it's the last county before you reach the north. So, yeah.
The last county before the north. I love it.
To give you some indication.
It's the northernmost southern county.
I might use that. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I love it, and it's going to Ireland's very regional. I mean, everybody has a different kind of feel. Like Belfast feels totally different from Dublin. Yeah. And then Western Ireland is a whole different country.
It's kind of
almost.
like you equate it to the states. You know, each county in Ireland is like a different state in the United States of America, in a way. It's not as diverse, but there's certainly, we all different accents, different accolades that we do, different sayings. It's yeah.
And your voyage here, what's your story?
Man, I've lived in the US now for 5 years. I took myself over on the 8th of February 2018, but I left Ireland 17 years ago. So I've been in Europe for quite a bit before coming to the States. So I've slowly progressed my way
You're
over.
You're going to be in Hawaii in 10 years.
Exactly, yeah, part of the plan. And I love it. I love it here. I love the feel, especially in Nashville. I think it's quite similar. Tennessee is very, very similar to Ireland, actually. Southern hospitality, it's a real thing.
It is a real thing. And, there's something that I discovered in Ireland that I think is really kind of cool, because everybody thinks that pub is a bar, but pub is not a bar. It certainly has a bar, but they called it public house. And that's where people just go to eat and share and talk, and everything's family. Everything's family in Ireland,
and
right?
sing songs, the lock-ins, we call them, and the hours of shut, and then the key turns in the door and everyone sits and we sing, and there's such a great culture.
So you came here in 2018, and so there's a couple of years in there that are kind of a blur and lost and so forth. Was it creative for you during the pandemic? Was it frustrating? Was it what did you get out of it on the other side?
It was the most beautiful time in my life, actually. It was the hardest, and I remember crying because I was meant to play for the first time with the festival, and I remember speaking with Brenda, and we realized that wasn't going to be happening, but it was actually the year I came back to my faith, and the Lord gave me some songs during that pandemic that I can only say were pure gifts, and that have been helping people, because I'm a mental health advocate for the most part of my music, along with my culture. And oh my God, I promise you, that was when the Lord taught me that I can write on my own, and the messages that come through from him should be as they are, untouched. Because, you know, sometimes as songwriters, you overanalyze things and then the message just gets lost. Whereas I've learned just to take what comes out, and that's the spirit. And so it was during the pandemic, on the first lockdown, that I got one of the most prevalent songs that I've had to date, actually. So yeah, it was quite an experience, actually. Wow. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I know that today we were talking before the show how you had an incoming. Yeah. A Faith incoming. No, this is the song you're going to do.
Yeah, he won't let me do anything else. I tried to wrestle with him, and this is such a brand new song. I haven't even recorded this one yet, but I had sat and he said, no, you need to do this one. So you get it off the cuff right today. So
I love it when we have the lyrics, because it's
so new. I have to have my own lyrics.
I love it. Well, would you share it with us today?
I will indeed. And it's called The Best You Can. So I believe all of us have the ability to be better humans, and I think we all can strive to be a little bit of a better person. So yeah, it kind of speaks for itself in a way. So here you go.
Clare
and thank you for
Cunningham.
having me.
I am young, but I have aged. Some things they just don't stay the same. But I know at the end of the day, I did the best that I could. Tell those that you love how much they mean. Go travel the world, it's there for the scene. Tomorrow's not promised, the past can't be changed. So live in the moment today. 'Cause we're all here for a few short years. Time waits on no man. Leave no stone unturned and do everything with love, and be the best that you can. May the sun never set on an argument. Don't let pride stop you asking for help. Be not afraid to admit you're not right, and always stay humble and kind. 'Cause we're all here for a few short years. Time waits on no man. Leave no stone unturned and do everything with love, and be the best that you can. 'Cause we're all here for a few short years. Time waits on no man. Leave no stone unturned and do everything with love, and be the best that you can. 'Cause we're all here for a few short years. Time waits on no man. Leave no stone unturned and do everything with love, and be the best that you can. And be the best that you can.
That had such a cool harmony part. Do you know how restrained I was? Like,
I wish you had him, because I know you have my harmony.
Oh my goodness, I almost couldn't stand it. That's the thing about Irish music makes you want to sing it.
Yeah.
And it just has this feel, and it warms you all up from the inside out. And thank you for sharing that. And he was right. We needed that today.
That was fantastic. You have one of the more powerful voices, and I've read some of the reviews, and you've been linked to the sound of some of the biggest names.
I know.
And when did you know?
I knew from when I was
teeth.
so small. In fact, I was 3 when somebody asked me what I wanted to be, and I said, I'm going to be a rock star. Like, I knew nothing else. It's not that I don't have anything else, but this is just truly my calling.
Well, it shows.
You know, it's deep within there, so.
This was a good get. My goodness.
Well, I am
Talent.
so grateful. Now, when you found out you were going to make your Opry debut, when you called home to let them know, what was the reaction?
You know, it's funny because they were just, thrilled. Because when my parents first came to visit back in 2018, the first thing I did was take them to the Opry.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then last year they got to come and see me stand on the stage to actually get a songwriting award. So it's literally come full circle, and now I get to go on. So they knew how kind of prestigious this was, and you know, and it's a dream. It's been on.
Were there tears?
Yes.
I go, anything emotional, for Irish people, we cry.
We
all
do,
cry.
we do, yeah. And sometimes it's tears of joy, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Clare Cunningham, where can they find you on the web?
Yeah, basically my website has everything you kind of require. So ClareCunninghamMusic.com, and it's the Irish spelling of Clare, which is Clare.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
Welcome back. Grilling season is pretty much here. We've been so blessed with some warm temperatures, but you know, it is spring now, and to tell us all about some of the best ways to pick out your favorite meat, we have Mr. Jack Mitchell with us from Tennessee Meat Co. here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. First off, thanks so much for joining us.
Of course.
All right, so first tell us, how do we go into, like if we're going into a meat place and we want to get certain cuts, what do we need to look for? I mean, I've heard it's all personal preference.
So I've got like some of your most common cuts here. If you're looking for a good fatty steak, ribeye, you can't beat it. Tons of marbling, and when you ask what we're looking for that marbling in there.
Okay.
That little specks of fat within the meat. I don't know if you can see that. That's gonna be your fattiest, most flavorful cut. If you're looking for a little less fat, you go New York strip. You can see it's a little smaller, a little less fatty. It's got a good fat cap on it, marbling, but not too much.
What do you mean by fat cap, if you don't mind?
So this big cap on the top of it, the whole cow has a big line of fat run through the top of it.
Okay.
We'll call that a fat cap. You want to render that down first.
And then your leaner meats.
Leaner meats, like I said, New York strip's kind of getting there. Leanest cut, and this one has a lot of marbling, so it's not a great example, but this is filet mignon. Leanest, you can cut it with the backside of a spoon. Eat that one rare. And then as far as like a about as lean as it gets, very flavorful. Sirloin filet. That's one that kind of goes under the radar, but I'm a huge fan of it. It's also one of your lowest price cuts.
That was going to be one of my questions. If someone is coming in on a budget, they still want to grill a really good steak.
Yeah, sirloin filet, New York strip's gonna be a little cheaper. Sirloin filet though is going to be like your best bargain, best deal, bang for your buck.
Very nice. And this one looks like it'll feed the entire family.
Yeah, that there's your bone-in ribeye. We can cut them tomahawk style with the bone like that. It's the same as this. Doesn't look it.
Okay.
But it'd be the same piece of meat, just way bigger, thicker, and has bone on it.
So do you need to grill this at a certain temperature, a higher temperature?
That one you're going to want to do the same temperature. They do what's called a reverse sear.
Okay.
So you're going to throw that in the oven for a little bit, and then once you think it's however you want it on the inside, take it out, throw it on your cast iron, your grill, whatever you got, and sear the outside of it so you get that nice crust.
Very nice. You can probably tell I'm not the griller in our family over here. What do we have here?
So here I got some pork options for us.
Okay.
This here, that's just your normal pork loin pork chop. That's one everybody's always had. Here you got your sirloin chop or your center cut chop. It's got a little bit of the tenderloin in there. That's going to cook up a little faster, be super tender. And then this one's a little less known. We call that a collar steak. That actually comes out of the shoulder. One of the best flavors, tons of marbling as you can see.
So when it comes to seasoning, what do you suggest? I know for you guys here at TN Meat Co., you guys will do the seasoning, but if someone's like, hey, I want to season it on my own, what do you suggest they do?
As far as red meat goes, your beef, salt and pepper is hard to get away from.
Okay.
We've got a seasoning. I'm going to grab it.
Okay, sure.
This here, be outstanding on any of your cuts. I don't like putting a whole lot on these because I feel like you ruin the flavor of beef. This it goes great with beef just because it's not overpowering or anything.
Okay.
Call that hardened seasoning. It's real herbal. With pork, you can get a little more creative. We do a lot of like paprika base or barbecue seasonings with brown sugar in them. We got the Meat Church line there, and then over here to my left, we got Heath Riles. They have a great line. Goes great on pork, chicken, things like that.
You've done a great job at kind of breaking all the meats down for us. Tell us all about TN Meat Co. here in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, we're a small business. We just wanted to bring like good quality meat to Murfreesboro. We feel like Murfreesboro's missing that. We also cater and stuff, but good barbecue, good meats, good times. So all of our Angus beef comes from Chattel Farms. It's northern Georgia. It's super nice, small farm. No antibiotics, no hormones, grass, oats, and barley. Our pork will get kind of scattered because we carry a lot of different porks. And then we carry Wagyu beef we get from Dottie Creek Farms. That's in Wartrace, Tennessee.
Very nice. Is there anything I haven't asked that you think people need to know when it comes to grilling season?
Not really.
Well, good. I've done my job then. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate this. If you need some information or want to come and get a good piece of meat, again, you have TN Meat Co. right here in Murfreesboro. Stick with us. We have more coming up after this.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
Here at Dixon Medical Associates, we've got you covered from neck to toe. Our orthopedics team offers services in sports medicine, foot and ankle reconstruction, spinal surgery, and more. We also have in-house imaging and physical therapy. Dixon Medical Associates, we specialize in what moves you.
Thanks for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday morning. Main Street Media will continue to track the very latest on the investigation into the school shooting that took place at Covenant School yesterday. You can track the very latest with us by going to mainstreetnashville.com. We hope you have a great Tuesday, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning.
This is Chris Yao with Main Street Sports Today. Every show, Mo Patton and I welcome friends from all across the sports landscape, from high school coaches and reporters to national, college, and pro sports personalities. You never know who might stop by for a chat. AP Tennessee Sports Editor, three-time Tennessee Sports Writer of the Year 2020 TSWA Hall of Famer. She covers the Titans, the Predators, the Grizzlies, college football, and hoops. Please make welcome Teresa Walker.
Former University of Tennessee, former Team USA Olympian, ex-Cy Young Award winner, R.A. Dickey. R.A., did I miss anything?
Man, that was sweet. Yeah, I need to listen to that before I go to bed every night. That was nice.
Has 5 sports Emmys. That's not bad for the other guy in Wham, Ryan McGee.
The other guy in Wham married the best-looking girl, Bananarama, so the other guy in Wham had a pretty good life.
From preps to pros, we're taking on the sports topics you care about. Tune in across Main Street Media social platforms at 2 p.m. or on demand on your podcast distribution platform of choice. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net.
Hey, I'm John, one of the family owners here at the City Forum. Some people think I'm great at the games and attractions here, but I'm not. I'm fantastic. Your mom might want to pick that up. Go low with 18 holes in mini golf. Channel your inner Ricky Bobby on the go-kart track. Play in Clarksville's only 7D motion theater. 10 lanes of family fun bowling. Don't forget about our big birthday party rooms. So come on out to the City Forum and try to beat some of my high scores.
Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader-building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit